One of my friends asked me on the phone, Tyrone, how can I contribute my life to what is good and turn away from what is bad?
We present to you Arome Productions.
What's good, everybody? If you're a first time viewer of my content and of this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So my friend really asked me, how can I contribute my life to what is good and turn away from what is evil? I sat there and I told her, well, how do you want to contribute your life? Of course, she's one of those people where she wants to contribute her life to the benefits of, helping out her people and all this other type of stuff, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. However, she wants to live a life where she feels free, where she feels liberated, where she don't have to feel ashamed for her actions and how she walks and how she talks. And she's a very sexual person. And so she asked me, I'm a very sexual person, but I feel guilty that I want to express my sexual passions, my sexual urges for other people. And I want to, not saying she want to let loose, but she wants to express herself a certain way, and she wants to lay it to smack her down on some people. So I told her, well, what is good and what is evil is subjective. What could be good for you might be bad for another person. What might be bad for you might be good for another person. So what you must understand is that what is good for you and the way that you want to live your life it may be completely different for another person's life. How you live your life might be destructive for another person's life because of the way that things are coordinated in their life and in yours. For an example, there could be women out here that could get 20 to 30 bodies, right? Let's say she's a sex worker and she getting her money and she living her best life, and it works good for her. Her parents don't really care as long as she's happy and as long as she's safe. Her friends support her, all this other type of stuff. That might work well for her. But let's say you was raised up in a very strict and religious household. Let's say that even though you do have your mother and father in your life, if you was to go down that route, not only would your family cut you off, but then friends look at you funny. Your family might look at you funny. You might not be invited. So you might go down a path to where even though you might want to live that life, does it really benefit you in the long run? That sex worker might have a good life. She might not go through depression, but there are a lot of people who go through that route or go down that pathway, and they do have depression, and they do have trauma and stuff that has happened to them. Nonetheless, you have to look at it from a perspective of what is going to benefit you in the long run. Everything and anything that you do is going to have their ups and downs. So just because there are ups and downs doesn't mean that you shouldn't or should do it. But what I'm saying is that in the overall long run, the overall results of whatever pathway that you decide to choose, will it really benefit you? Is it really who you are? Is it really what you want? Everything is subjective. Energy, good and evil, positive and negative, is whatever you make it out to be. So you must live the life that is going to balance you in the long run. Like for an example, let's say somebody's allergic to something, but you're not allergic to it. So when you eat it, it may sustain your body. You might get a good feeling when you eat it, but for that person, they get allergic, their face might swell up, their throat might be cutting air circulation, all type of things might happen to them. But for you, it might work good. That's the same thing when it comes to different pathways of how you want to live your life and the things that you determine to be good and evil. So what you do with your life is determined upon whatever benefits you in the long run. That may sound a little harsh because it could just go down any type of pathways, even down to the point of manipulating people and tricking them into doing what you want them to do. You might look at it and be like, that's really messed up. But if they live in their best life, who's to really say? Now, some people might go down might turn a whole left and be like, well, I just want to live however I want to live and whatever makes me feel good. That's called reckless. And you want to do whatever you want to do with your life just because it feels good and you think it feels good and you think it's good, and then you end up killing yourself and you end up doing something very bad that might do something very harmful to your body in the long run. That's being reckless. And nobody told you to be reckless. It's a law of nature of cause and effect. What goes around comes around. What you put out will come back to you. So you have to keep that in mind. You can't just do whatever you want and however you want and not expect something to come back and bite your ass. So yeah, I told my friend, you're a very sexual person. You're very mature. You take care of yourself. You know what to do and what to do when certain things may turn left. You know, you take care of your body. You're clean, all this type of stuff. So if you want to live a sexual life, if you want to express your sexuality, then do so. So hopefully I gave her good advice. But share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you felt personally, you know, a sense of condemnation, or you've been trying to shame yourself, or you've just been feeling a little off or anxious or suspicious about whether or not you should live a certain lifestyle or live your truth, you know, due to you living in a particular environment. And let me also make a disclaimer that just because you live in a particular environment that wouldn't approve of a lifestyle that you want to live, that shouldn't that shouldn't allow you to disregard that lifestyle that you want to live. For an example, if you want to get into the metaphysical things, you want to do something that your parents be like, no, I could never see you doing that. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. If you feel it in your gut that it's your calling to do something that even everybody else said that you shouldn't do or that you can't do, do it. So with that being said, let me know in the comment section below how you feel about this whole topic at hand. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with other people. Until next time, I'm Tyrone, and I am out.
Me, myself, and I ride it dolo, hit me up, might not reply. Feeling focused, got my optics on the light. Feel on the prize, you come for mine. Go suicide, I pay the price. Hey, just me, myself, and I ride it dolo, hit me up, might not reply. Feeling focused, got my optics on the light. Feel on the prize, you come for mine. Go suicide, I pay the price. Hey.